Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 7 of the Chelsea career mode here on FIFA 15. As you can see, the first game of the day is a big one at home at Stamford Bridge against the Arsenal. We currently sit third in the table, they currently sit fourth, level on points, just a little bit better on goal difference for us. Here is your team news.
Wholesale changes for Chelsea. Thibaut Courtois starts in goal. Eric Laporte plays with Gary Cahill in central defence. Fabregas plays with Nemanja Matic in central midfield. Didier Drogba is the main striker today. One change for Arsenal today. Wojciech Szczesny starts in goal. Monreal starts with Mathieu Debuchy in the fullback positions. Theo Walcott starts with Lucas Podolski in the wide positions. Danny Welbeck is the sole striker today.
One quick thing I want to quickly ask is if you guys could make sure that you check out the video later on tonight. It's not going to be an Ultimate Team video. It's going to be an extremely important career mode based, channel based video that's going to have a vote in it for you guys to give me some feedback. So I really would like you guys to check that video out if you possibly could. Around about 8 PM tonight in your sub boxes. Of course, I'll be promoting it a lot on Twitter. So if you don't follow me, there is a link in the description to do so at Chesnoy Gaming. But as you can see, cutting back to the action, Jack Wilshere had the ball in the back of the net for Arsenal, went off to celebrate and then was pegged back thanks to the offside flag for us, and then just a few minutes later we went up the other end and actually took the lead. Felipe Luis with a great strike across goal, scoring his first goal for the club since coming in from Atletico Madrid. Really pleased with the start that he's made to the side. We've kind of bedded him in slowly, but whenever he's played he's been particularly impressive, and now he's on the score sheet as well. I played Didier Drogba through the middle against Arsenal because of course when he was last at Chelsea he had a reputation of always scoring against the North London club. I was hoping he was going to continue that reputation in this second spell at Chelsea, but drawing a good save out of Wojciech Szczesny there was Oscar, and then the ball's actually going to come back in. He's going to find Nemanja Matic on the edge of the box, obviously left-footed, but not the best of shots from him, although he isn't really renowned for having a decent shot, and I didn't really have the angle there to get the best out of it anyway, but still on the attack. Willian cuts inside really nicely there. Mertesacker just doesn't have the turn of pace to cope with the Brazilian. Unfortunately, the slotted left foot finesse finish wasn't quite up to scratch, and we stay at 1-0. And actually towards half-time now, just a couple of minutes before the end, Theo Walcott coming down the right-hand side, whips in a good ball, and for some reason, I just don't even know why, Azpilicueta's attempt to clear the ball is stand there. I was telling him to go towards the ball and clear it. He stood there, waited for it to come to him, and then waved a knee at it, whilst Lucas Podolski headed the ball into the back of the net. So it wasn't the best of ends to the first half, and it wasn't quite the best of starts to this second either. Drogba doing well to turn inside, but couldn't quite find his angles, similar to the Willian effort in that first half. So we're still at 1-1, level pegging as we head onto the hour mark. Willian again linking up well with Didier Drogba, going to get a good turn in and a shot, draws a good save out of Wojciech Szczesny. Obviously Szczesny is an extremely good goalkeeper, been progressing well in real life, seems to go from strength to strength every season, does still make the odd error, but he seems to be cutting those out, and they made a couple of changes there. Edin Dzeko now on the pitch, as well as Mesut Özil as well, so they're going to be trying to create some chances for them to get them in the front. But actually Cesc had the shot here, well saved by Szczesny. I didn't have that shot with Willian. It was a default reaction by this CPU for Willian just to run in there, stoop low and head it into the back of the net. He anticipated the rebound. It was a fantastic shot by Cesc under pressure, good placement, good save by Wojciech Szczesny, but fortunately for me it fell straight to Willian and he picked up the goal to give us a 2-1 lead, and is involved again here. He's going to come into the end of this move. William Carvalho plays ball inside to Ramirez. Good shot, well blocked by Per Mertesacker. This time it was me that gave Willian the instructions to put the ball into the back of the net. Drops to him really nicely, tied a little left-footed shot underneath the goalkeeper, makes it 3-1 10 minutes from time. But Arsenal still weren't done for the game. Lucas Podolski with a great turn, does well to get around the initial challenge as well. Debussy whips a great ball in. Dzeko goes up, smashes the ball off the bar before we eventually scramble it clear. Try and catch them on the counter-attack ourselves. Didier Drogba into Nemanja Matic. There's blue shirts flooding forward. Drogba and Willian in for his hat-trick here. Turns inside the man, looking for that far bottom corner, but again, a great save by Wojciech Szczesny. Was a little bit unfortunate with the earlier 2 goals that Willian scored, but those 2 Willian goals were enough to give us all 3 points against Arsenal. A very, very welcome win and a welcome low-scoring game. at least on the opposition side of things, because the last three games in fact, in yesterday's episode, were all full of goals conceded. 3 against Besiktas, 3 against Swansea and 2 against Villa. Coming up against Crystal Palace now in this game, and of course as always we'll have some team news.
Here's the Chelsea lineup. Thibaut Courtois starts in goal. Branislav Ivanovic starts with Ricardo Rodriguez in the fullback positions. Andre Schürrle starts with Mohamed Salah in the wide positions. Loic Remy is the main striker today.
Couple of rotation players in then against Crystal Palace. They've got Obafemi Martin starting up top with Marouane Chamakh sat behind him in a 4-4-1-1. And they link up here, and it's only a wonderful save from Thibaut Courtois that keeps that out. I unfortunately skipped the replay before you could see it fully, but just before it skips you could just see him shove that right arm out, and that was the arm that diverted the ball over the top of the goal. Fortunately, we stayed at 0-0. And Palace were actually a real tough ask in this first half, but we were going to have a shot here. Rodriguez, he's so tame. I thought it was going to be similar to Felipe Luis's goal against Arsenal, and then he tried to finesse it with his right rather than drilling it with his left, and it wasn't really the sort of shot I wanted it to be, but they were loose with possession. Fed it to Andre Schürrle, finds Remy, great ball over the top, Salah with the diving header. We had the fantastic reaction save from Courtois at one end. How is this from a save from Speroni as well? Top quality stuff from both goalkeepers at both ends so far in this one. As you can see, like I said, it was a real tough game against Palace in these opening few stages and the opening half as a whole. And in fact, they had the better chances. Obafemi Martins again with another good chance. This time doesn't get it on target. It flies wide, and we head into the second half. And Palace on the attack, but Chamakh is really loose with possession there. Gets the ball fed through to Remy here. It's going to turn inside and stand the ball up for Mohamed Salah to head it into the back of the net and give us a tidy 1-0 lead. It's a really nice finish actually. The only place he could put that ball away from Speroni was across into that far top corner. Mohamed Salah doesn't play too many games for us, but whenever he does play, he seems to score a goal. So he's a really nice impact player to have either on the bench or in these rotation games to play in the lesser ties. But Loic Remy races away here again, utilising his pace, same as he did for the first goal and Salah used for the first goal, and he smashes it in off the post to make it 2-0 in the 69th minute. Made a couple of changes. William Carvalho came on for Nemanja Matic, and Matic was not actually going to be involved here though, as Joel Ward whips in a great ball looking for the man at the back post. Rodriguez heads it clear, but only as far as Scott Dan, who eventually is going to get the ball back into the box. It's going to be a dodgy cross. Watch Courtois. If that wasn't for Kurt Zouma on the line, that would have gone into the back of the net. I've seen a couple of clips of people doing that sort of thing, where the ball gets looped in, it's going to dip just under the bar, and the keeper just completely ignores it and just does that stupid stumble thing, and then the ball flies into the back of the net. Fortunately, I'd read it, and Kurt Zouma was flying in behind to clear it off the line, because if he hadn't, Palace would have been back in there at 2-1. So we're heading towards the final stages now into second half stoppage time. Lovely turn by Remy inside Breda Hangland, and a beautiful finesse finish into the bottom corner to make it 3-0 and confirm all 3 points are heading our way. So we've actually stepped it up this episode. I don't know whether perhaps the last session I had of recording was what, I was just in bad FIFA form perhaps, which was what led to the rather goal-filled episode yesterday. If you missed it, there'll be an annotation in the bottom left-hand side of your screen. 3 games, 17 goals yesterday. Incredible. So far in this one, he says only, the 7 goals to date, and 6 of them have been in our favour. Hoping for more goals in this game against Paris Saint-Germain as well. Of course, we drew our opening 2 games in the Champions League, 1-1 with Ajax, 3-3 with Besiktas, so we need a win against PSG. Team news.
Got 3 changes for Chelsea in this team. Petr Cech starts in goal. Gary Cahill replaces John Terry, who's rested, he's been out of sorts lately. Eden Hazard starts with Andre Schürrle out wide. In attack, Loic Remy starts, man of the match last time out. Paris Saint-Germain, this is their lineup. Nicolas Duché plays in goal. Thiago Silva plays alongside David Luiz in the heart of the defence. Johan Cabaye plays with Blaise Matuidi in the centre of the park. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is the lone striker today.
No surprises then that PSG is going to be our hardest fixture so far in the Champions League. Obviously we struggled against Besiktas and struggled against Ajax, but we really need to be up for it here in front of our home fans against one of the stronger teams in the competition. Fortunately, Loic Remy is in good form, like they said in the commentary there. Picked up man of the match for the game against Crystal Palace with his 2 goals, and that earned him the start here against PSG rather than Didier Drogba. And Lavezzi, though, is going to draw a good save out of Petr Cech here. Cech obviously being our cup goalkeeper for this season, and actually, weirdly, A lot of you people have actually mentioned in the comments as well with something that is happening in this career mode. Despite Czech not playing, or only playing 1 or 2 games, he's flying up in ratings. You guys are saying you're not playing him and he's getting to like 88, 89. He's already 87 in this career mode, and we're only, a couple of episodes outside the January transfer window in like the middle of October, and he's already up 2 ratings despite only playing 2 or 3 games. Yet Courtois, who's played maybe 5 or 6 games and is starting as an 86 rated goalkeeper, really young, you'd expect him to have the potential to go up. He's not. He's stayed at 86. So let me know in the comment section if if there are any more of you out there that are having that sort of situation. Not maybe even with Petr Cech, but just with other players. Perhaps older players that are growing at a weird rate, considering they're not really playing too much first team football. But Duce does just enough to get that ball over the top of the bar. You can see how pleased Thiago Silva is with his goalkeeper there. A great strike by Loic Remy, first time hit, but the goalkeeper was on hand to keep it out. But we're going to get another chance here. Felipe Luis, good shot, it's blocked. Setter Oscar, another first time hit, and this one unfortunately doesn't quite go on target. You'll see from the replay, you can see exactly what he's trying to do. Just whip it inside that near post. Just doesn't quite get his angles right, and you can see how disappointed and annoyed with himself he is as we head further into the second half. Coming up towards the hour mark, it was an extremely close game. A game of few chances, unfortunately, but it was still a tough one. I had to be at my best for the entirety of it and have my concentration levels at 120%, because if you slip up, Paris Saint-Germain have the talent with Lavezzi, Ibrahimovic, Lucas, Yohan Cabaye to punish you if you make a mistake. But Matic actually was turning Matuidi inside out here. Has a good shot, and it's only another top save from Duce. The goalkeeper's on form in today's episode, and that's the only reason that we stay at 0-0. Heading into the last few minutes, took off Loic Remy, tried to give Didier Drogba a bit of an impact sub. Only a few minutes left to go, but hoping that he could, change our fortunes. And in fact, he's going to be involved here as soon as he came on the pitch. Eden Hazard finds Schürrle again from the throw-in. Schürrle finds Drogba. Great first touch. Fake shot, and the second shot unfortunately not quite on target, and it flies past that near post, and we stayed at 0-0 for the rest of the game. So 3 games in the Champions League so far, 3 draws, 3 points. Not really too sure where we are in the actual group stage table at the minute. Of course, Besiktas and Ajax were sat below us, considering they're both lost to PSG and drawn with us. So they were both on 1 point. We're now on 3. PSG are on 7, and whoever won out of Besiktas or Ajax will go above us on 4. Or if they drew, they'll still be below us on 2. Speaking of 2, we are second in the Barclays Premier League table. Newcastle still on top, enjoying an unbeaten start to the season after 8 games. Really impressive from them. Then both the Manchester clubs sit behind us in 3rd and 4th, with Everton in 5th. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Again, I implore you, please do check out the video later on tonight. Would really love some feedback on that. And of course, follow me on Twitter at Chesnoy Gaming. Feel free to add me on Facebook as well, and follow me on Instagram. All links will be in the description, as well as of course a link to subscribe if you can't click on the annotation on your screen if you're on tablet or mobile or something. But of course, you can always click on the normal subscribe button if you'd like to do so. We hit 23,000 subscribers yesterday, which is absolutely superb. Thank you very much for that. The channel has grown by 4,000 people in the past week alone. FIFA 15 is doing very well for the channel so far, and I can't thank you enough for all of the support. But that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching tonight with that really important vote video, but I'll see you next time.